So a quick Stormbreaker update. As you can see here, I've got various pieces in various stages of completion. And most notably though, the handle has been fully assembled. It's been sanded, primed, and smoothed out a good bit. And I've applied the first top color. Um, and for this, I'm using a Rustoleum Espresso color. And I'm actually really happy with the tone of the brown on this. It's going to be a nice deep base coat, and I'll have to layer some different colors on top of that to give it a little bit more texture. I used surprisingly little of the spot putty. I really only used it to conceal the seams. This is actually, there's 4 pieces that make up this handle. And you know, the relief pattern on there didn't exactly line up, so I did have to be a little aggressive in the sanding. But this was really a lot of the 2-in-1 primer filler and some 100 and 150 grit sanding, a little bit of spot putty, and overall I'm happy with it. Similarly, the top parts of the handle, they've gotten their first coat of the brown, and I'm going to let those cure up a little bit, and then I will be detailing those. That center brown piece there, that just needs to have color to match everything else. It's mostly going to be hidden. These top 3 pieces up here, these are going to be getting various colors of metallic top coat. So they've all been filled and sanded, and they've got a gloss black base coat on them, and I'm really happy with how those have turned out. And then as for the big pieces, these guys are still being sanded. The club end, I've gone through the pretty aggressive sand in a number of places, and it's definitely coming out pretty nicely so far. But still got a ways to go on that. The axe head, this is the basically it's the sort of the midpoint, I would say. It's gotten some aggressive sanding done, and it's been reprimed, and it's actually feeling a lot better than it was when it started. But it's still got a ways to go. But yeah, overall it's looking pretty good. The next step is going to be to detail paint the handle, and this is going to be a complete experiment. I picked up a couple of these acrylic craft paints in essentially 3 different tones of brown, going from one that's just almost as dark as the handle to a couple more that are much lighter. And I will just experiment with dry brushing, adding some detail, basically going the length of the handle, mostly in that direction to give it some more of that sort of linear texture. And you know, if it doesn't come out, then I just spray the whole thing again with more of the espresso and start over. So it'll be an experiment for sure, but I'm anxious to see how it turns out. So yeah, hopefully maybe by next weekend I'll have another update for you.